Welcome everybody to Rewind the Times. Man, I hope everybody's doing good today. I just wanted to come on and just do a quick video. I'm actually preparing, I'm kind of doing my house over. Having the electric companies come in and put in a new meter within the next month or so. And I've been, man, downstairs I have so many toys from the 80s, from the 90s, Ninja Turtles, Police Academy, Bill and Ted's, Batman Returns. I have Killer Shocks, Street Shocks. I'm sorry, Street Shocks. I have so many toys that I try to, because my space is kind of limited. I try to showcase certain things at certain times, kind of depending on how the mood I feel in. One day my goal is to own my own home, and I really want to have a room that's dedicated just to my toys, bookshelves, wall to wall, and just toys everywhere. So that would absolutely, I'd love something like that someday. But right now I'm kind of going over and redoing some toys over here, and I just want to showcase what was up. I know sometimes every so many months, collectors like to show what they have. My space is kind of limited. I actually did have a mini bookshelf that I had in the middle of my other bookshelves over here, but I took it down to create some more space in my room. My room was just kind of clogged up a little bit. I was having a hard time even having walking space. So I took it down to kind of limit it. By doing that, it actually made it a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller, but it's not too bad. It's okay, But lately, I've been wanting to find some space because I'm a big fan of Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays, and I love the Friday the 13th. I love Jason. I love Michael Myers. Those are my two favorite. And the NECA, the Friday the 13th series. I love those toys, and I found some used ones that I had, and then I found brand new ones like this. I love these series, and fresh, still brand new in the case. And I think I want to showcase them. I have doubles. I have ones that I showcased before, but I'm missing the pots. I'm missing like the pieces and stuff. And I have Friday the 13th Pot 2, Pot 3, Pot 4, Pot 5, I'm missing 6, I'm missing 7, and I have Freddy vs. Jason, which is really, really cool. I've always liked the way Jason looks in this one. He's a very tall, menacing, big son of a bitch in this one, if you can see it here. I've always liked that one. That one's so cool. Freddy vs. Jason wasn't too bad of a movie. The only thing I wish Kane Hodder would have played Jason instead of, and nothing against the guy that played him, he did a good job, but I would have really loved to see Kane Hodder. I think Kane Hodder and Robert Englund, they deserve that battle. Obviously it sucks now, so many years in the future, they're so much older now, so. But as you guys everyone knows too, I love DC, so I've been getting the NECA figures from the 1/4 scale. When I do turn the camera on and I show you my collection, I got the new Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer. She looks fucking. That toy looks so cool. So I'm actually gonna turn the camera on. I'm just gonna show you my collection and what I have up now. There's certain things that will always stay in my collection, and that definitely will be Motu. I love Motu. Motu is pretty much my first love. I will never take my He-Man toys down. I love them. I still collect the Origins, so I'm always adding to it. And one thing I'll always have at least 2 shelves for. I actually want to have more shelves for it because I have so much stuff for them that I could probably use one full bookshelf with like 6 shelves and probably need more room. But I love Batman, classic Batman, 1966. I'm a big fan of Adam West's Batman. The Bright Knight, as he is called. I love that show. I love all the villains. The cast of Rogue Gallery characters that played in that show. Those characters brought those villains to life. My favorite being Victor Buono as King Tut. I loved him in that show. He was just amazing. Pretty much 6'3", 300+ man, moving around like a feather. And he was just so nimble and quick. And obviously you have Frank Gorshin, who played the Riddler, who was up for which I thought was pretty cool. He was up for an award playing the Riddler in a half-hour show from the '60s. I mean, Frank Gorshin's Riddler to this day. You know, Jim Carrey, when he did Batman Forever, he tried to duplicate that, and he couldn't. He was close to it, but he couldn't do it. And Burgess Meredith's Penguin, I mean, phenomenal, and Cesar Romero, how can you forget his Joker? His Joker is top two of all time. Heath Ledger's Jack Nicholson, and Cesar Romero. I think you could put any three of those in order. Cesar Romero's Joker is just phenomenal too, because just like Jack Nicholson, or just like Heath Ledger, when those characters were out of makeup, they were so, especially Cesar Romero. He was like this Latino actor, and he was very suave and very calm. And when he put that makeup on, it's like he's like seeing himself. He said transformed himself into the Joker. That laugh. I mean, when the studios came to him and asked him to play the role of Cesar Romero's Joker, of the Joker. You know, he was like me, like I'm this Latin lover, he used to call himself, and he was known for the mustache. The mustache is what got him work, he used to always say. And man, like, he was just, that's not Cesar Romero, the people that know, I mean, it's like he transformed literally into the Joker, and he was just absolutely phenomenal. And you can say the same thing about Heath Ledger. I mean, I remember watching him in The Night, and or Knight's Tale, and seeing him in 10 Things I Hate About You. His performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight, it might be the greatest performance of all time for a villain. I mean, in a comic book movie, it's just, dude, it was insane. Unfortunately, he was so good at it, I think it cost his life. Ledger's, I remember sitting in the theater with my brother watching that, and just just not knowing what we were going to expect, just hearing about how good of a performance it was, and man, did he just like, dude, it was like not Heath Ledger. Like, I saw the Joker, and now every time I see Heath Ledger or a show when he's young or whatever in a different type of movie, I'm just like, I still can't believe that's him. And I think, but when it comes to Jack Nicholson, I think we all kind of knew, because he did The Shining. I think we all knew he kind of had that fucked up side in him, You know what I mean? Like, he played Wolfman. He's always had these. You could just tell he had like that persona in him, that devious persona in him, and he was amazing in Batman '89. I mean, to be honest with you, Batman '89 is more of an origin story for the Joker more than it is a Batman story. It really is. It's the Joker pretty much featuring Batman, because it showed how he became the Joker, and his rise to first in command of the gang, and then taking over and becoming who he is. So I guess you can kind of say it's kind of a Joker movie, So I'm gonna swing the camera around. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing right now. I do apologize in advance just in case the camera's shaky or maybe a little off zoom. I'll try to do the best I can. Zoom in, make sure you guys can see everything. Alright guys, I'm gonna turn it around right now. Well, first of all, this is my new Black Adam poster. As you guys know, I love The Rock, and I actually love The Rock in his role of Black Adam. And up here I have my bendies. These are my bendables. Classic Batman, 1966. And then over here, this is my Motu section. Oh, I have so many. I absolutely love these. My Madball up there. I love Motu. It will forever be my favorite thing. I have more up here. Just to give you an idea of what I got. This is the Horde section, I always call it. The Evil Horde section. I love the Evil Horde. Growing up, I was I was a fan of the baddies. The bad guys, as you can say. And then down here's more. Those are my kids. And a picture of my mom. Webster and Leech are my 1A and 1B favorite Motu figures of all time. Depending on how I feel, Leech could be 1A one day, and then Webster could be 1B. Just flip flops. And down here I have more. Okay. Now over here is a little undone because I am redoing a shelf. Like I said, I do apologize for the out of zoom maybe. There's my Eagle Moss Batmobilia, they're called, cars. I've got Batman Beyond, Batman Brave and the Bold, Beware the Batman, the Dark Knight, the tank from the Dark Knight Returns. Love that fucking tank. And then over here I have more of the New Adventures Batman, the Batman, Batman the Animated Series, and then underneath that one is the Adventures of Batman from the 70s. These are my Justice League Funko Pops. I'm rearranging those. My Batman Kenner toy from the 80s. And then over here I have more. I have the Batman 1989 movie. The Armored, I love. It's one of my favorite Batmobile cars. The Armored one, where in Batman, when he's like shields on, he turns it on. Love that. And then I have, oh, the glass things. I'm so sorry, guys. I gotta do these videos better. The Batman Begins, the Bane Tumbler, I love those cars. And then that's my new NECA, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. I just love that. I am next gonna get the Penguin. Little pricey, so I am gonna wait a little bit, or maybe I won't. I'm not sure, but I got a good check coming this week. I got a lot of holiday pay on it, so I don't know. We'll see. I've been actually trading in some toys at the Toy Vault, and they've been giving me store credit. I've been using the store credit to get some more figures. And as you guys know right there, that's my hot toy. Love that Christian Bale. Okay. And then down here is more. That's the Batcave, the McFarlane Batcave. Love this part of my toys. I love the villains. Just love those villains. And over here, this is a shelf dedicated all to Batman from McFarlane. I've got so many of them. Every time I see a Batman, I was buying it. I kind of took a break on it right now because there's just so many of them, and I'm just trying to run out of space with those because they're so big and bulky. And then more of my Motu Origins. You can always tell who my favorite Motu figures are because I always put them in the front. So, for instance, this doesn't lie. There's Webster. There's Leech. I love Jitsu. He's number 3 on my list, no doubt. I love Scarecrow. You know, so you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell who my favorites are. And then this, love this shelf. This is one of my favorite shelves. I'm still hoping and holding faith to this, that we get to see a Black Adam vs Shazam with Henry Cavill Superman. I know it's getting hotter and hotter, but you can never say no in this world, or say nothing, or never say it's impossible. So I'm really praying that we will see this at some point. Like I said, even though I know it's getting hotter and hotter because they're rebooting, or I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, it's getting me so friggin' upset. I hate even talking about it anymore. And then you got more figures over here. Sabak. And I got a picture of Black Adam facing Batman. Love that Hawkman. Aldous Hodge was phenomenal. So wasn't Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate. And there's my Man Bat. I love that toy. He is so cool looking. And then up here I have more Origins. That's not about so cool looking. I love the eyes on it. Love the eyes. Just love the eyes on that. So glad they redid the Motu Origins. I just love them. And then I have all the Funko Pops for the classic Batman 66 show. And then I get the green Hornet because he actually is in an episode, so I kind of thought I'd put him up there. And then more Batman 66 stuff. Dude, it's endless. I could do endless shelves with my Batman 66 stuff. That's why it's kind of hard, because I want to showcase all of them. And that's that, guys. I actually do want to showcase all of it, but it's just so hard because I don't have enough space. And that's why one day when I have a home, I'll be able to have more space and do stuff like that. So, but yes, guys. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm gonna work on today. I woke up not feeling too good. But want to do something with my toys. I'm in the mood to fix, and I'm in the mood to set up. I want to have a section where it's all NECA, like I said, and I want to put these up. This is actually my 13-year-old. This is his favorite Jason. Actually, I watched it this morning when I came home from work. I put it on and I fell asleep. But this is such an underrated movie, even though it's not technically Jason. It is Jason, but it's not Jason. You'll know what I mean. Friday the 13th, in the beginning. This is what Roy Burns. Dude, this Jason is so cool. Even though it's really not Jason, you know what I mean? Just the idea of it is so cool. Such a good movie. It really is a good movie. It's almost like Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. You know, like it's if that was just a standalone movie, instead of calling it Halloween 3 as they put it into with the rest of the other movies, it'd be such a good movie. But because you hear the Halloween theme, you think, or the Halloween name, I should say, is Part 3. You think, oh, where's Michael Myers? But the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is actually one of my favorite Halloween movies. It's such a good film as a standalone. Because back in the day, what they were going to do is, after they did Halloween 2, they were going to do like an anthology or something of all Halloween movies, where each Halloween movie after Part 2, starting with Season of the Witch, was going to be like just something fucked up going on every Halloween. Therefore, after, just like own separate movies. But because the demand for Michael Myers was so big, they decided to have him come back in Part 4 with the return of Michael Myers. And I love Michael Myers, man. And matter of fact, my favorite Halloween out of all of them is actually Halloween 2. Halloween 2 is my favorite Halloween out of all of them. Love that figure. Love that movie. Just a great movie. It's so scary. For me, what's scary about the movie is when you go to a hospital. Hospital's almost supposed to be like a church. It's supposed to be a safe haven. When you go to church, or when you go to the hospital, it's you know what I'm trying to say. Like it's like it's like a safe place. You go to the hospital to feel better, to get better. Obviously, debt's involved and stuff like that, but you know what I'm trying to say. But for the most part, when you go to a church or when you go to a hospital, it's supposed to make you feel safe. Well, not at that hospital, not at Haddonfield Memorial, because Michael Myers he wanted Laurie Strode, and it was just so cool, man. Like it kind of like messed with your fears, because like I said, man, when you go to a hospital, it's supposed to be safe, and this was not safe. So awesome movie, love that movie. Man, just even talking about it makes me want to watch it. That's one thing about me, man. Like I can rewatch movies over and over again. My rewatchability, to watch stuff over and over again is incredible. My girlfriend, not so much. She can watch stuff over again, but it has to have time in between. Not me, man. I can watch a movie, rewind it, and watch it again. I remember the first Scream when it came out in 1996. I was 16 years old. When it came out of the theaters, I remember buying it, renting it off of cable, and recording it with my VCR. That was something back in the day, guys, for the young kids. And just rewinding and watching it over and over, because the movie was just so fucking good, man. It literally redefined horror, and when horror was declining. It was so good. But hey guys, wanted to come on here, and talk some toys. Hope everybody's being good, man. I hope everybody had a happy and safe New Year's. And I got some new stuff that's coming in that I wanna. I'm waiting for my King Hiss to come in. That's a pre-order. A lot of the stuff that's coming in is pre-orders. Just don't know when they're coming in, but But I want to go back to doing my Motu stuff where I want to showcase like a character spotlight and talk about it a little bit, and then talk about the memory that I had with me, which I think would be kind of interesting and kind of cool. So hey guys, man, hope everyone has a blessed Monday. Let's start the week off strong, man. Kick ass, and until my next time, remember, man, God first and family. Take care of yourselves, man. God bless. Peace.